Hello, Mass Effect Nation. Since I'm back, I decided it'd be a good time to restart that Let's Play we were talking about. Except this time, I have company.
Hi, I'm Sam. I love games and have been playing since I was really little. I just never stumbled across Mass Effect, but I love Dragon Age and anything by BioWare I am excited to see.
Yeah, so, as you all know, I've played this game many times, so it's interesting to have a new perspective to go along with us. And for some of you who haven't played the game before, this would be the perfect Let's Play for you, because I'll be explaining the game and some lore aspects as we play it. And I'll also let this be a partially interactive Let's Play for those who have played the game before, but to keep it spoiler-free, I'll keep all the interactive aspects on my Twitter, so make sure you follow me on Twitter, that way I can ask the questions that go along with this Let's Play. That way Sam can't stumble across it if she doesn't want to. Now, I have the Media mod installed for this because I like shiny graphic things. Those are cool. Yeah, you can see I have it all maxed out. And I'm obsessed with playing the game on the hardest difficulty, except BioWare is evil and doesn't want me to do that, so I have to play it on veteran first and unlock the hardest difficulty. Now, Sam and I will switch off for the first couple episodes until she sees the controls I'll be playing.
Welcome
so
to
we'll die a lot less
military
often.
Database. Classified information requested.
Okay, so now we're gonna make our character. We'll probably do the same thing we did through the first Let's Play.
Secure
I wouldn't
connection.
restart it if we weren't early
Secure
in. We just got to the
connection
Citadel in the
confirmed.
first Let's Play, so restarting it isn't gonna make a big deal. We're gonna keep doing these episodes as much as we can because I'd like to get Mass Effect 1 through 3 built or beat. That way we can carry that character over into Mass Effect Andromeda, so it'll be like our own community Let's Play. And John Shepard is boring, so. Oh. Here, we'll do custom mail.
Please log in to
Are you
access
sure
your
that's what you
profile.
want to be?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know what his name should be.
Cornholio.
Cornholio. No, that's probably not a very professional
No.
name. I don't think I want that on a dog tag anywhere in the world. I don't know, I usually went with basic names, but I don't know. I think last time I went with the Rosarian, but that sounds like a strange name.
Master Pimp Daddy Flex.
Again, I don't think that would make a very professional hero name.
Hey, you know, if he represented himself like a professional, then he can pull it off.
Maybe Flexo. No. I don't know.
Don Juan.
Don Juan Shepard. Rosarian. There we go. We'll just go with the same thing we went through last time. His name's Shepard anyway. His first name really doesn't ever matter. Now this is how you see how the $1 trillion Alliance military complex can't just send one file. It fails. Oh, sorry.
Warning. Data corruption detected.
3183 or whatever year it is, and the internet still sucks.
Please reconstruct profile.
So pretty much to log into this like double classified situation, you try to do it, it doesn't find you, and then it asks you to just rebuild your whole profile.
Confirm
So anyone could have just
free
walked up
service
to this
history.
thing. Alright, so we get to choose our history, what happened before the events of this game. So in this situation, it looks like both of our parents were in the Alliance military. The Alliance is Earth. Your childhood was spent on ships and space stations as you and your family transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18, because you have no personality for yourself and you just do what you see in front of you. Colonists. I think this is the one I usually went with. You were born and raised on Windwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse, which is far from Earth. It's some of Earth's farthest colonies. When you were 16, slavers raided Windwar, slaughtering your family and friends. Slaughter means that they were killed.
Right. Yeah.
You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you refers to you as a person. And please be careful, because you just pulled my headphones out completely. You can't move back like that. We gotta share headphones because we're really cool like that. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. So pretty much you and your family and the village you lived with got wiped out. and you joined the Alliance later on. It's kind of a sad story, but it makes you strong from a young age, and it makes you pretty dedicated to the Alliance because they're the heroes from when you were young. And then Earthborn is pretty much you were raised on Earth, you were an orphan, you joined the life of crime, and then you got out of crime by enlisting with the military. I think the most interesting thing is this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I was stuck on that one for a while. Go ahead and go with the colonist.
And in terms of just, because each one of these will usually get like unique stories and some quests, and in terms of quests, this one has the most interesting quest to me at least.
Confirm psychological profile.
Now our psychological profile, and next we get to choose our allergies. Just kidding. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people.
Dang.
You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell a tale. Pretty much, this is when you were at like a buffet and your favorite food was no longer there, so you didn't know what to do. Next is War Hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroin addiction have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. So this gets you respect right off the get-go. You still went through crazy stuff, but you overcame the odds and saved a bunch of people. This one, you survived something really messed up. This one kind of the same, but you did well. Ruthless means you're a dick. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule. Be a dick and get the job done. You've been called cold, a dick, calculating, a dick, and a brutal dick. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you and your dick. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to your dick first.
Oh my god.
So which one do you think we should choose?
Well, it depends on what side of the bed you woke up on. Do you feel like being a jerk today? Or, I mean, the sole survivor, I think, is something that can be relatable to most anybody. I mean, he went through something horrible, so I'm sure it's far more extreme. But, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you. I know what it is.
I feel like that could be more relatable.
War Hero is a good one, too. I don't know. I'll go with War Hero just because. It might gain us some reputation. It says we earned recognition already.
That's good to start off with.
Confirm military
Alright, now the
specialization.
classes. This is your basic gun and run class. This is a tech class. They do some debuffs and damage over time. I've played all of these before except for Adept. Adept is all pretty much what Mass Effect considers magic. It's called biotics. And Adept would be your mage, your person that focuses on that. And they could be really, really powerful. Infiltrator, I played the game majority as an infiltrator. It's rogue, you go invisible for a short time. I don't think you can in the first Mass Effect go invisible. You can in the other ones. Pretty much it's your long range or invisible sneaky class. Sentinel is a combination of tech and biotics. You won't do the really good stuff in either one, but you have access to the basics of both. And Vanguard is a close quarters biotic person, kind of like a berserker. The first Let's Play, I believe we were in Adept. Infiltrator I've done before, so I'm not interested in doing that. Soldier's kind of plain.
Usually in games, I really hate to stick to the, I don't know. I'd say girl stereotype, but I could be wrong. I usually pick somebody that is like a mage. So I would initially say Adept. We did that on the first one. You're not interested in Infiltrator.
Yeah, I've done Infiltrator.
Which would be the
plenty.
second. I know Sentinel doesn't have anything good. Well, I wouldn't say it's like a balance.
You might get like your first tier advanced abilities, but beyond that, you're probably not going to get any of the really good stuff. Adept would be really good. Adept is great for many things. Crowd control, damage. You could even use stasis to freeze a certain enemy and focus on ads.
Confirm facial identification.
Now, like I say, when I think of Commander Shepard, I think of either the standard face for both male and female. And I've always had a thing about the custom Shepard creation in this. Every Shepard always just looked a bit weird to me. Even those who have spent hours creating their Shepard, sorry, but your Shepard still looks a little bit weird. And I think that might not be your fault. I think it's just because the animations and stuff for the custom faces aren't as fine-tuned as they would be for the face BioWare set for the game, which makes sense from a technical standpoint. And plus, when you choose the default Shepard, you get really cool purple shiny stuff, so we're
Profile
gonna go there.
reconstruction complete.
So there we go, our Rosarian Shepard. He was born as a colonist, he watched everyone he loved and ever known get killed in front of him, and he was rescued and tried to become one of the heroes that saved him. And he apparently did, because he became a war hero, so... And he has a cool crotch plate, so that's awesome.
So guard him from the ladies.
Yes.
Identification
Bullets.
confirmed.
Ladies sometimes have bullets. I played on the hardest difficulty, but you have to beat the game first. Also, to get to level 60, when you play the game the first time, you can only get to level 50. To get to level 60, you have to play it again with the same character. And you also have to not kill anything in the Mako, which we'll do anyway. You get more experience points for not killing stuff inside the tank. You kind of have to do that to reach max level. I choose auto level up because sometimes the game puts points in weird things. Target assist I would turn off completely if I could, because I don't need someone to hold my hand. And squad power usage I turn disabled because my squad is usually smart, but sometimes they do weird things. I've had people use abilities on plants, so I don't know. Plants aren't usually an enemy, generally. Maybe in Mario.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked m.e.u.i.t.m.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
So this is saying that in 2148, Earth found Prothean ruins on Mars. I've explained to Sammantha who the Protheans were, so she knows. And it changed everything from that point forward. You can read, right? Mass Effect. Mass Effect.
I'm pretty sure there was a video put out like that.
I'm sure.
I
The
wouldn't know.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander.
There's Uranus.
It's looking pretty good.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
I'm pretty sure Commander Shepard's the only one with a whole
All
plethora
stations
of
secure for
guns
transit.
walking around. Even Nihilus doesn't have any guns, and he's a Spectre. It's weird. I must have my guns at all times, or I have anxiety attacks. And my pills. Where's Commander Shepard's pills? He starts shaking and one of his guns go off.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Check. Navigation. Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift. Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Okay, with older BioWare games, not that this game is very old, but the top was usually the good option, middle is usually neutral, and bottom was usually renegade. But generally, you can say what you want to say for the most part.
He's tripping.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's overreacting.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so... What are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Ethan Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Bum bum bum. Principal's office.
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't
Man,
possibly imagine
period.
why.
Man, period. Okay.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Yes, I do.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
I know how to move. I just did
You
that.
probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Okay, so this is a Normandy. This is pretty much a experimental class human ship made in collaboration with some Turian technology. It can go pretty much invisible from scanners, not from the naked eye, obviously, but that really doesn't matter too much in space. Scanners is what matters for the most part.
We're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna get yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Also, usually stuff to the left extends the conversation, so it's usually good to go with left stuff.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down in engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
He looks like he's
You think
drunk.
the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
Drunk!
If all we're supposed to do is test
Anders
out the
loves
stealth
stress.
system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run?
That's funny.
It doesn't add up.
Joker says the same thing, and Commander Shepard's like, shut up. And then Presley says it, and he's like, oh, really? Tell me more, please. I trust you.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. And Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper. Less chance of security leaks, too.
Because skeletons
Plus,
are
there's
scary,
Nihilus.
and they want high
Pretty
pay.
obvious the shakedown
It's
run's
cheaper
just
to pay
a cover.
humans. I actually agree with him.
Yeah.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
It's the military, man. Get used to it. And why don't you like Captain
Do you have a
Panderpin?
problem with the captain?
Captain
No, sir.
Anderson, actually.
But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Now this is where you get to learn about Spectres and You know what a Turian is. I've told you that before.
Yes.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
First Contact War is when humans actually met aliens for the first time. And humans were doing something stupid, which was trying to activate a Mass Effect relay that they've never explored before. And when you do that, you could start a war on accident, because you could go down and explore space and
Right.
piss off an alien race that you've never had contact with. So the Turians naturally tried to fight the humans to stop them from doing what they were doing, and the humans responded back pretty overwhelmingly and surprised the Turians. So the Turians were about to fully mobilize their force and invade Earth. We would have lost. But the Council stepped in and stopped and welcomed us to Citadel space. Thankfully.
That was 30 years ago. You
Which
can't
happened
blame
30
Nihilus
years
for
ago.
that.
Which really wasn't that long
No,
ago.
I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian.
There's still
We're an
resentment
alliance
for
vessel,
Turians among
human
humans
military,
and
but
vice
Nihilus doesn't
versa.
answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Now, Turians they only answer to the Council, which are 3 people that run more or less the whole civilized galaxy. They're the top person for their respective race, and together they make decisions that affect everybody. So, Spectres who only work for the Council, obviously, are a big deal when they're around.
Yeah.
And there's only like less than 100 Spectres in the entire galaxy. So it's a big deal. There's no human ones either. I'll look into it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when
Commander
I see
Shepard is the second
luck,
in charge
Commander.
on this ship. He should be the person guy. Okay, now here's this screen. And this is our missions. This is where all the side quests go. All 5,000 side quests there are in this game. Which is good. I like that. I didn't say that to be jerkholio. Go speak to Captain Anderson in the comm room. That's a mission. That's probably his easiest mission in the world other than need to put on my shoes. This is the level up screen. You unlock these new sections as you level up the prior one. This is, you're talking, like if you're going to be Paragon, which is nice, I always like to put points in Charm. Then you have your class skill bar. It tells you what it does individually, reduces recharge time on your abilities, pretty much your cooldown rates. Barrier, barrier is like a shield, as you can imagine. Warp does damage over time and makes enemies more receptible to damage of all types. So it's kind of like a debuff. Throw does what it says it does. Basic armor you level up and you can unlock new armor types. It makes armor just work better. Lift lifts enemies up and immobilizes them. Singularity is like a black hole. Stasis is like freezing them in place. Crowd control. What I like to do is I like to put all my points in Charm. Because talking in this game is a major deal in Mass Effect. It's good to have points in anything that has to do with diplomacy. Because Commander Shepard is as much as a diplomat as he is a soldier. So I'll go ahead. Now, did you want to maybe do all 3 in Charm, or did you want to put one in another?
No, I think you have a good point.
Okay. Boom! Commander Shepard is very charming now. The Codex. Now, I want to go ahead and cover the Codex entries for those who haven't played the game, and some people still find it interesting, like I do. The Codex is the encyclopedia for this game. There's a lot to do, so we won't do it all at once. For now, we'll just do 1 or 2.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other 2 races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the 2 species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
The Turians are one of the 3 major races, and they do have a member on the Council. They're the military arm of the Council. Secondary, player tutorials. I don't need to read all these. I can explain this as we go on. This is Commander Shepard's history. It says you were raised on m.e.u.i.t.m on the fringes of the Edecan Traverse. When you were 16, the colony was raided by slavers, which we know. The entire settlement was razed, and your friends and family were slaughtered. Slaughtered means they were killed. A passing Alliance patrol rescued you, and all you loved was destroyed. You enlisted with the Alliance military and were posted at Elysium. You were there during the Skillian Blitz, an attack on the colony by a massive coalition force of slavers, crime syndicates, and Batarian warlords. You rallied the civilian inhabitants, leading them in their desperate fight to hold off the invaders. When enemy troops broke through the colony's defenses, you single-handedly held them off and sealed the breach. Sounds like Dragon Age Inquisition. After hours of brutal fighting, reinforcements finally arrived and the enemy broke ranks and fled. Because of your actions, Elysium was slaved and you are regarded throughout the Alliance as a war hero. So there you go. Now we'll do one more. Do you want to learn about this? Or one of these? Woo!
Sure.
Well, which one?
Let's pick one, go.
Boom. Here, the
Humanity's first
war.
contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Yeah, so the humans almost got wiped out from the get-go. Now, I don't want to overwhelm our audience with all the Codex. We'll just do some every so often. And yeah, there you go. This is the equipment screen. You have armor. You can unlock different mods for your armor and weapons. There's assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, sniper rifles, grenades, and the grenades are like frisbees. Biotic amp because he's biotic, and armor. And it has your money and all your basic stuff. They also...
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
You watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Corporal Jenkins looks like Franklin the Turtle. Chill, Jenkins.
You need to calm down, Corporal.
Have some of
A good
my
soldier stays cool, even under
Commander
fire.
Shepard's anxiety meds.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
It's just another mission. Look at it that way.
Yep.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
There's no rush.
There isn't a rush.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
What do you know about the Spectres?
What do you know about the Spectres?
Hey, I already
Only
said
what
that.
I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
We got 2 Paragon points. Congratulations. We... Hey, this game is rated R for or M for mature. Okay, so now we're gonna go talk to Nihilus. Actually, it's Nihilus. I don't know why I purposely mispronounced her names.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Why are you asking?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
What do you think we should say?
I'd say it's an honor.
Unfortunately, that's not a choice.
Right.
Maybe we could say one of these blank options over here on the left. I want this one. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Okay.
What's the next step?
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
The Terminus systems are a system of space that's pretty much lawless and full of pirates and independent nations that aren't part of the Citadel or the Council.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Eden Prims.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Pretty big deal, as long as everything goes right.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
They're having a bad day.
Yep, nothing's going right so far.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Imagine being caught in
Everything
the middle
cuts
of
out
that.
after that. No comm traffic
You
at
don't
all.
even know what to do, really.
Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse
so chaotic.
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Hope you
Tell
had
Alenko
some
and Jenkins to suit
coffee.
up with me. Going in.
Good thing Commander Shepard has his guns already. See, he's thinking. I knew he had a reason for those guns besides anxiety.
Engaging stealth systems.
I'm glad I installed the graphics mod.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
They were good before.
Your
but this
team's
makes
the
them
muscle
better.
in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
No!
What about survivors, Captain?
Who cares?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective.
See?
The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Alright, here we go.
Very pretty.
Now I want to do about an hour per episode of this roughly, so we still got a little bit to go.
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna do more.
Oh yeah, this is gonna, like I said, I want to do the whole game from 1 to 3, and we're gonna do it as often as we can because, especially if Mass Effect Andromeda doesn't get delayed, we need to get it done within the year. So now Jenkins is from here. I bet you he was never expecting to come here like this.
It smells like smoke and death.
There's Kaiden. He gets migraines. That's Kaiden's main character point. Kaiden has migraines. Next. Well, I like Kaiden and everything. I'm sure that's gonna get the Kaidenites pretty mad, but whatever.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
He really sounded like some 13-year-old boy that like busted in the girls' locker room and was like, "Oh my god,
what is that? That's not what Playboy said." That's a gas bag, as you can see.
I've known a few of those.
You can shoot the gas bag, and it makes people mad at you. I don't shoot pretty animals, though, or ugly ones. And there's something way back here. I remember that. We found a heat sink and armor plating. So, oh, we also got m.e.u.i.t.m. m.e.u.i.t.m is pretty much what it sounds like. It heals your wounds. It's a coagulant that repairs tissue and stuff like that. We'll get to the Codex.
Now, I've read up a lot, and but it doesn't even compare to what there is. So yes, I am still learning. But heat sink, is that something that's going to be used for your ship?
It's used for your weapons because in Mass Effect 1, weapons don't have ammo. They just have a heat sink that when it gets used up, you have to replace it.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty much ammo. As you can see, as I shoot, it's gathering heat. And if it overheats, I'd have to wait for it to cool down, which could take a longer period of time than it would if I didn't overheat the weapon. And let's see here. Commander Shepard, since he is an adept, he really can only use a pistol for right now. So what I'm going to do is he's going to get the heatsink. Oh, how do I equip the heatsink? Oh, equip. There we go. Okay. See, it's been a while. And then I'm not sure. Did I get an armor upgrade? Yes, I did. Armor plating, which increases damage protection. So Shepard will get that too. And then you can obviously do the same thing for people in your squad. In Mass Effect, you could have 2 squad members, so your party is a total of 3, including yourself. Kaiden, he is a sentinel, so he's half tech and half biotic. One thing I like to do is there's 2 versions of unlocking stuff in this game. One uses decryption and another one uses electronics. So I like to make sure I have someone who's... Kaiden is usually my guy who's the one for that. Or actually, yeah, so we'll do that. I want to get him a decryption. Right now he can do sabotage, which does damage at once, and also overheats enemies' weapons and does some damage over time.
Right on.
So I went ahead and increased that damage, and Kaiden can also be our medic too, why not?
Cool.
So he can heal us better. Jenkins, he's a soldier, so he'll be our tank. We'll give him more combat armor and health regeneration. Franklin the Turtle. Alright, our mission is to get to the dig site where the Prothean beacon was unearthed. So here we go. Now your armor does have shields in this game as well, so once those get depleted. So that's the grenade button I accidentally discovered. Jenkins got killed. You're not a very good tank. Well, I guess you are in a way.
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
And we kiss.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Forget about your dead friend. We've got to make enemies have dead friends. Okay, so that happened. Oh, Commander Shepard still has points. And so does Kite, and they level up after watching their friend die. They gain their friend's experience points. Okay, so let's see. We could do added cooldown time. I'll do 1 in cooldown time. 1 in warp, and 1 in throw. How about we just do 1 in 1? If I do this, this increases its duration, and this increases its force. And this increases cooldown time and biotic protection. Titan has 2 more. Like I said, I want to do decryption. Should we do another first aid, do you think? Since that's going to be his main job.
Yeah. I play games a little bit differently than you. I've noticed some of our choices are different. I'd throw it in first aid.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Well,
I mean, we agree on that one.
Yeah. I just like to be able to unlock everything that you can. Because I feel like you miss out on stuff if you don't.
Yeah. I feel bad hopping around because then nothing's ever maxed out.
We'll max it out. There's plenty of experience points to be had.
I mean, it's necessary to an extent.
Like, I can understand your perspective because you don't know if you'll be able to max it out or not.
I mean, my reasonings as far as I said first aid are just because I have a hard time with first-person shooters. It takes me a while to warm up. And while I'm doing that, staying alive is key.
Okay, so that reduces recoil, and that will allow enemies to show up on radar as long as one person in our party has it equipped to their weapon. And you can also reduce stuff to Omnigel if you don't want to sell it. Omnigel allows you to repair stuff or to even hack things. We'll go ahead and give Kaiden. Kaiden will have Mr. Radar equipped. And we have 15 Omnigel. We'll go ahead and Omnigel the recoil damper because I want to have some Omnigel on hand just in case we can't hack something.
This sounds really funny. Omnigel.
Omnigel.
I won't go any further with that.
Omnigel has many uses. Now how do I do my abilities? Spaces. Space allows me to do my abilities. It's been a while since I've played this on PC. Boom, 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 gun, gun, gun. Okay. Come on, Commander Shepard. Where's your sheep, Shepard? Shoot the tree, that's not very good. Well, that's not how you take cover. Commander Shepard sometimes...
He has buns of steel, they'll deflect.
Yeah. Oh, these gas bags have buns of steel, too. As you can see.
Look at that.
These gas bags are totally oblivious to what's happening around them. They're like, yeah, this never happened on this planet before, but we're cool with that. Here's some Omnigel next to dead bodies. Why didn't you use the Omnigel? Were you guys fighting over it because there was only one Omnigel and 2 of you? Should have been friends. You could have each had a half-healed wound. There's a pink Power Ranger.
My friends would never let me be the pink Power Ranger. I always had to be the yellow one.
She just saw someone get impaled by a machine, by machines. She wasn't expecting that to be her day. Her day was supposed to be different, girl. Okay. Don't worry, men are here.
Oh.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Move out.
Alright, so we lost a soldier and gained a soldier. Now she can use assault rifles, so we'll go ahead and equip her with that. And then Omni Gel, the old one. I don't think there's any upgrades for her to use at the moment. It also tells you about the company that made the weapon. Details. See, every weapon has a story. Atlantis is a Turian security form that expanded into interstellar weapons dealing pretty much. Their stuff's affordable yet reliable, so it's medium grade stuff. Medium grade. Oh, we gotta level her up, I believe. She is our new soldier since the other one died. Hopefully we probably shouldn't tell her that. What do you think we should do with her points? She has 4 of them. Assault training increases overall damage. Assault rifles might be good.
You probably should put into her armor.
Let's see. Increases damage reduction and hardening. Ooh, this will shield boost. It will restore 30% of her shields per second for 2 seconds. There we go. Now we have 2 more points. We can unlock overkill with assault rifles. It'll generate 40% less heat and 20% more accuracy.
Oh, yeah.
And we have 1 more point.
Assault training is damage?
Weapon damage and melee damage.
Throw it in there.
There we go. She's good now. Alright. Continuing on to the dig site. Looks like we got some stuff here to loot. Beacons at the far end of the trench. Thank you. Phasic rounds. They do damage to shields. Radioactive rounds, I believe, do damage over time. Ooh, new light armor. We can only equip light armor right now, too. as an adept. And this light armor is an upgrade, as you can see. 12 damage protection, 84 shields, and 20 biotic. So we'll go ahead and equip that. And transfer the upgrades. There we go. This armor is useless to anyone else, so it can be Omni-Gel. I want to have at least a good amount of Omni-Gel before we start saving stuff to sell. And what else did we pick up? Wasn't it the weapon upgrade, maybe? Basically, yes, okay. Radioactive rounds reduce cooldown on enemies. Kaiden can have phasic rounds for shields. And Ashlist can have radioactive rounds, which reduces the enemy's cooldown. Isn't that cute of them to have? Alright, continuing on. How do you know?
He thought this world was safe until the Geth showed up.
Dang. That probably sucks. Oh yeah, apparently it does. Okay. Oh, we got Geth.
I just imagine Mike Tyson saying Geth.
Yeah.
Geth.
Yeah. You probably would just make an inaudible noise. Poor Mike Tyson. Poor Geth. Why you kill Geth? Mike Tyson don't want you to do that. Mike Tyson wants to be his friend. Come on, Geth.
Area secured.
Open crate. There's shotgun, assault rifle, and snickerdoodle in there. Good for
Snickerdoodles?
Snickerdoodles.
Impaling victims instead of just shooting them. There must be some reason behind it.
Classic psychological warfare. They're using terror as a weapon. That man was still alive when they stuck him on the spike.
Killing us isn't enough. The Geth want us to suffer.
Oh, here's the dig site. No beacon.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
They replaced it with
Our
bacon.
side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Alright.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
A small spaceport up ahead. Let's go ahead and go through the stuff we just picked up. We picked up a couple weapons. No, and that's not where weapons are. That's where people are. Okay. So we got a new assault rifle, which does more damage and... Ashley might like that one. So we'll do Ashley with that new assault rifle. And then we'll give Commander Mepard this other one. Omni-Gel this one. And then we got a shotgun. Ashley can have that one. Omni-Gel the old one. And then I believe a sniper rifle, which has terrible accuracy, so it's going into the bin. Alright. So Mass Effect Nation, we're kind of getting close to our cutoff time for this first episode. So I'm going to go ahead and save it for now. Remember, we got to go up this trench to the dig site when we come back, and we're probably going to record this new episode here soon, so the next episode will be uploaded pretty soon right after this one. And I'm glad to be making it again. As I said, we're going to be doing these a lot, and Sam will be with me for most of the time, if not the entire time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm totally interested in finding out everything that there is about Mass Effect. Like I said, I just love Dragon Age, and I know it's a different game, but I'm totally interested to see what there is.
Like I said, I've played this game before, but it's so good that I would love to see it again, and I'd love to experience it with the person that I love. So stay tuned, Mass Effect Nation, and make sure you like and subscribe this video if you want to be part of Mass Effect Nation, a strong community of fans that just wants to help build up the community of Mass Effect to help show BioWare that this game is loved and followed. And, as always, thanks for watching. Keela Salai, Mass Effect Nation. Almost forgot to save the game. Imagine that.